So more about red words. Here are some activities that I'm going to explain to you that just involve post-it notes. So selecting your red words, you want to choose 4 or 5 red words. You don't want to practice more than that because your child will find it tricky to remember the red words. Remember, you're focusing on reading and recognising the red words at first before we go on to building the red words. So all these activities I'm going to be talking to you about are all about recognising the red words. So can your child look at a word and know what it says? They've got to learn them by sight. When we teach red words at school, we tie it into the end of a phonics session, as you might have seen in some of the phonics videos that have been uploaded. We build these up over a series of lessons, so a child is never learning more than 1 or 2 red words each lesson. We would never give them a list of 10 and say, here are your 10 words to learn. So it's only a few at a time. How to pick which words to practice. Practice any words that your child is finding tricky to read in their reading books. Any words that they cannot sound out. So that's the important thing about a red word. It's a word you cannot sound out. If we're at school, your child will be sent home with lists of words every now and again so that you've got a list of words to focus on. So if you haven't got the list of words, then just find out a couple of words that you think that they really need to practice. I've picked some common ones here. So the first step is to read each of your words with your child so they know what they are. And we often do this with silly voices at school. It just makes it a little bit more fun. And you do my turn, your turn. We do lots of that at school. So you just touch your chest when it's your turn and go like that when it's your child's turn. So for this one, I might do a silly voice. This is a popular one. Hold your nose and make a silly noise as you're reading it. So for this one, I'd go when, and then you want your child to say when. For this one, you might do a shaky head voice. That's a very popular one. So I'd go because, and you want your child to do the same. So just pick some silly voices. You might have monster voices, ghost voices, whatever you fancy to make it a bit fun. So you've introduced the word to your child. Then down here, I've got the 7 activities I'm going to talk to you about. They're going to be very quick, so don't worry. Number 1, splat the word. So you want to put the words, hopefully you've got post-it notes, but if you haven't, piece of paper and blue tack, piece of paper and a little bit of sellotape is fine. Stick them on a wall with a bit of space around them. And make sure the words are spaced out. You're going to say a word, said, and you want your child to splat it with their hand. You can even give them a fly swatter if you've got a fly swatter. They're very popular to splat the word as well. Next activity, jump and hit the word, number 2. So just stick the words a little bit higher, and every time you say the word, your child's got to jump up and hit it with their hand. So they're recognising the word that you say and what it looks like on the post-it note. Activity number 3, hunt for the word. So you want to stick the words around a room. It could be your kitchen, your living room, doesn't matter what, or your child's bedroom. You get to sit still for a moment and you're going to shout out one of the words and your child's going to go and find it and bring it back to you. So make sure when you stick it up that they're all visible, not kind of tucked under a cushion, that they're all visible. So they're looking round the room, checking each one to find the one that you've said. You might make it even harder for them by putting a timer on your phone or an iPad and only giving them a few seconds to do each one. Next one, throw a ball at the word. Simple. Again, stick the words to the wall. You might have a little tennis ball or a football. You're going to read out a word and you want your child to throw it at the word. So if you've got a garden, a perfect garden word game just for a couple of minutes. Next one, squirt the word. This is very popular at school. At school, we'd have some of these words laminated. If you haven't got them laminated, it doesn't matter. If you've got a water pistol, that's perfect. You want to tell them a word when you're outside. Don't do this one inside. You'll get very wet floors. And your child's going to squirt the word with their water pistol as you say it. So that one's for outside, or you could do it in the bath. The words will get wet and ruined, but it doesn't matter as long as they've had a little bit of a practice at their words. Next one. Read the word as they go up the stairs. So if you've got stairs in your house, this is a perfect one. If you haven't, don't worry, because I've got another one if you haven't got stairs at your house. Stick these words up the wall by your stairs, so each time your child takes a step, they've got to look for their word and tell you the word as they walk up the stairs. Eventually, they'll just automatically go up and down the stairs and say their words, which is what you want, that they're practicing on their own. You can even put it on the step of each stair, so as they walk up they're reading it, but you've just got to make sure that the words are the right way up on the step. And if you haven't got any stairs, don't worry. Number 7, it says read the words before watching TV. So if you stick the words underneath or at the top or down the side of your television, whenever your child is sitting down to watch something on the television, which they all do regularly, so it's absolutely fine, then you can ask them to read you their words before they watch the television, or whenever they want to change the channel, they've got to read you their words before they change the channel. So there are 7 quick activities that you can do at home to help your child recognise their read words. Next up, I'm going to do some little activities for building up the letters that make those read words. Thank you for watching.